Hi, we're Team M&M's,
I'm Monisha.
I'm Malika.
and I'm Shreya, and we've built Discover, an AI-based tool for detecting dyslexia in childhood. Globally, dyslexia affects 20% of the population and represents 80 to 90% of all those with learning disabilities, yet only 5% of those affected actually receive a diagnosis. This huge discrepancy is due to a combination of factors, including a lack of awareness among teachers and schools and a focus on wait-to-fail approaches rather than early intervention. Crucially, the most critical age range for dyslexia screening is between kindergarten and second grade. And in fact, students at risk for reading disabilities who receive intervention in the first and second grade made gains nearly twice that of children who didn't receive intervention until later on.
Without this early intervention, children with dyslexia may be unable to overcome significant and persistent achievement gaps. Instead of relying on teachers to pattern recognize among their students to detect potential early signs of dyslexia, our solution, Discover, uses a TensorFlow exported teachable machine model trained to identify common patterns in dyslexic writing samples among kindergarten to second grade children. We also utilize the OpenAI API by asking it to personify a tutor/lesson plan creator to help teachers of children that have been flagged as potentially having dyslexia. The bot is tasked to generate unique, fun activities that will help students master the reading/writing skills they are struggling with.
So now let's take a look at our demo. Here we have our Discover UI that allows a teacher to submit multiple examples of their students' work. Let's say they had an assignment where students had to write a paragraph. We can categorize these assignments as dyslexic flags and non-dyslexic flags. Here we have an example of something that's been flagged as dyslexic with a confidence level of 88%. Here's one with a confidence level of 100%. We also have non-dyslexic examples as well. So what does a teacher do when they see an assignment that's been flagged as dyslexic? What action can they take? Here we have a chatbot where the teacher can specifically analyze some students' work to see that they're struggling with the orientation of similar letters like B, D, or P and Q. They will then ask the chatbot to generate a unique and interesting lesson plan with activities to help their student differentiate between these letters. And here's an example. We also provide auto-generated, hard-coded examples for the teachers to use.
The impact of our project is tremendous. Teachers can upload student writing periodically throughout the academic year to provide accurate, objective flagging for early dyslexia detection. And the OpenAI API-powered chatbot can help the teacher create customized learning plans for students making common reading writing mistakes in early years, such as flipping similar letters. It's important to note that we are not taking the result of our model as a diagnosis, rather as a flag for potential dyslexia symptoms that can then be communicated with the child's parent guardian to explore further. For scalability, unlike projects where the OpenAI API call is central to the app's core processing and functionality, the most cost-intensive part of Discover comes from training the teachable machine model, which is a one-time incurred cost. After that, the OpenAI API is simply being used to generate these lesson plans, which can be done with the cheapest, most simple models since it requires minimal computational capacity.
Thank
Thank you.
you.